Back in April, Infinix launched the Infinix Note 50 Pro. And shortly after that, TECNO unveiled the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G. Hey guys, it's CJ here of YugaTech, and you might be wondering, both devices are at a similar price point, but which one is the right one for you? We're gonna answer that here in this comparison review. Let's see which phone best suits your needs. Okay, starting with design and construction. These aren't just about how pretty your phone looks. We're talking about daily use, comfort, and durability here. The TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G goes for a sleeker, more minimalist vibe compared to its predecessor. Gone is that giant circular camera bump. Now, it's got a cleaner vertical camera setup. Though fun fact, only 2 of these 3 lenses actually work. More on that later. It's rocking a 2-tone matte finish with a sleek metal frame, and the design is apparently inspired by a swan's neck. Pretty artsy, right? It's also impressively thin and light. Just 7.29mm thick and 179 grams. You're getting curved front and back panels for better grip, Gorilla Glass 7i for screen protection, and IP68 and 69 ratings, which is rare at this price point. Plus, there's a customizable one-tap flash snap button on the side. You can set it to launch the camera, activate its voice assistant, or whatever you want. Now, the Infinix Note 50 Pro 4G, totally a different approach. It's bolder, chunkier, and honestly feels like it could survive a drop or 2 more easily. The new octagonal camera module gives it some real presence on the back, and that Armor Ally metal frame adds a premium rugged touch. It's heavier too, at around 198 grams, but that weight adds to the solid, sturdy feel. There's no official IP rating or Gorilla Glass mentioned here, but the build does feel tough and ready for the real world. Oh, and it does come with a 90-watt charger in the box, which is becoming rare these days for a phone of this price. So, the Camon 40's got elegance and curves, while the Note 50 Pro brings that bold, durable feel. It depends on your style, really. Now, onto the screens. Both phones come with 6.78-inch AMOLED displays at full HD Plus resolution, while offering a super smooth 144Hz refresh rate. So yes, scrolling, gaming, and just day-to-day swiping feels incredibly fluid. The Camon 40 Pro goes for a curved screen, which gives it that immersive high-end look. It can also reach up to 1600 nits for peak brightness, making it easier to see outdoors. But that curved display does have its downsides. Sometimes you'll notice minor distortion around the edges, especially when watching videos in landscape mode. On the flip side, the Note 50 Pro keeps it clean and flat. It doesn't have that extra flare of the curve, but you avoid the distortion altogether, and its bezels are razor thin. Brightness peaks at 1300 nits, which is not quite as high, but still more than enough for most lighting. When it comes to audio, the Infinix Note 50 Pro pulls ahead. It's got JBL-tuned dual stereo speakers that deliver solid volume and clarity. The highs and mids are crisp, though the bass could use a little more punch. The Camon stereo speakers aren't bad, they just get the job done, but they don't reach the same depth or loudness. Biometrics, meanwhile, are a tie, as both phones offer in-display fingerprint scanners and face unlock, and both are fast and reliable in everyday use. So, let's talk about cameras. On paper, both phones offer similar setups, but real-world performance is where things get interesting. The TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G has a 50-megapixel main sensor and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide. The third rear lens, however, seems like it's just for design. Phones come out sharp and detailed with a more natural color profile, not too saturated, which is refreshing at this price point. The ultra-wide lens performs well in daylight, but don't expect miracles in low light. The real surprise here is the 50-megapixel front camera with autofocus. That's a rarity in this price segment. Selfies are sharp and well-toned, even in tricky lighting, and autofocus means less worry about blurriness. Meanwhile, with the Infinix Note 50 Pro, you also get a 50-megapixel main shooter, along with an 8-megapixel secondary sensor and a flicker sensor. In good lighting, it delivers solid shots. Colors are fairly accurate, but its dynamic range is a bit limited. You'll notice some detail loss in shadows or super bright areas. Low-light performance is acceptable but not great. The 32-megapixel selfie camera is decent for casual use, though it doesn't match the Camon's front cam in sharpness or focus. Video-wise, the Camon 40 Pro can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second on the rear and even has fun features like dual video mode. The Note 50 Pro tops out at 2K and stabilization is only available at 1080p. All in all, for what it has to offer, the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G takes the point in this segment. Now, for performance. The Infinix Note 50 Pro 4G is powered by the MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate, launched in 2024. It runs at up to 2.2 GHz and is paired with a Mali G57 GPU. What's impressive here is the 12GB RAM that's expandable up to 24GB with virtual RAM. That's some serious multitasking power for a mid-ranger. The TECNO Camon 40 Pro, on the other hand, runs on the MediaTek Dimensity 7300, which is a capable chip and handles most tasks well. It scores around 6900,000 in our AnTuTu test, which is respectable. RAM options are 8 or 12GB, which is also expandable. For casual gaming like Call of Duty Mobile, both are solid. Push them into more demanding territory like Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero, and you'll start seeing performance drops. Medium setting seems to be their comfort zone. But overall, I'd give this round to the Note 50 Pro for better multitasking experience. While the Camon 40 Pro has a higher AnTuTu result, gaming on both devices felt very similar, especially in graphic-intensive titles. Both phones running on Android 15, and each one has its own custom UI. The Infinix Note 50 Pro runs on XOS 15, which is pretty clean out of the box. It features Folax, their AI assistant that handles voice commands, text extraction, summaries, and more. There's even AI Smart Touch, image search, circle to search, and an AI wallpaper generator. The Camon 40 Pro 5G uses HiOS 15 with its own assistant called Ella. Ella offers smart tools but also includes AI helpers for translation, transcription, and writing. You can even turn sketches into notes, which is pretty neat for students. Honestly, this one's a tie. Both UIs are polished and both have strong AI-powered features. Now, for their batteries. Both devices have 5200 mAh batteries, which is awesome. But the charging speed? That's where they differ. The Note 50 Pro supports 90-watt wired charging and 30-watt wireless charging. Yes, wireless charging at this price point. Being able to go from 20% to full in just under an hour? That's nuts! The Camon 40 Pro 5G charges at 45 watts, which takes about an hour or so to juice the phone up from 0 to 100%. Not bad at all, but not 90 watts fast. In our PC Mark battery tests, the Camon 40 Pro actually lasted a bit longer, around 14 hours and 26 minutes compared to the 13 hours and 6 minutes for the Note 50 Pro. Connectivity-wise, both offer the basics: dual SIM, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and NFC. While the Camon 40 Pro brings 5G support, which the Note 50 Pro doesn't have. So this one's kind of a draw. The Note 50 wins for charging and the Camon 40 Pro for endurance and 5G. Let's wrap it up with pricing. The Infinix Note 50 Pro 4G is going for around 11,999 pesos. Meanwhile, the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G starts at 12,999 pesos for the 8GB version and 14,999 pesos for the 12GB of RAM version. If you're after stronger gaming, faster charging, and louder speakers, then the Infinix Note 50 Pro is the better pick, and it's cheaper too. But if you care more about camera quality, curved design, water resistance, and 5G connectivity, the TECNO Camon 40 Pro 5G might be worth the extra cash. Personally, I think both phones offer amazing value for the price. It just depends on what you prioritize more. And that's a wrap. Which phones are you grabbing? Let us know in the comment section below. If you find this content helpful and informative, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon to get notified of our future uploads. Follow us on our socials and check out yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been CJ, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! See you later!